Throughout my 16,000 hours of playing Counter-Strike 2, I'm going to give you the tips that really helped me make it into FPL and eventually end up winning FPL. These are actual good, solid advices that you can implement inside of your gameplay that are actually going to work. I'm coming at you from a player that has 3,500 plus elo, and honestly, these are just things that I wish I knew earlier on. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and hop into this video, guys. 3 different things. The first one is going to be, in order to rank up and improve in a pug environment, you have to be able to solo queue. You have to be able to play by yourself and be self-sufficient. Now you might be like, well, Kojo, isn't it good to have friends? Isn't it good? We're going to touch on that later. It absolutely is. But even when you have them in a pug environment, you're not always going to have the luxury of that. You're going to have to duo queue. You're going to have to trio queue. You're going to have to solo queue sometimes. And that's perfectly fine. What you have to be able to do while you're doing that is constantly be playing by yourself. Now, what does that mean? I mean, you got to find ways to set yourself up with little pop flashes. You know, they throw a right side exec on you here on Mirage. You got to be able to throw your own utility to disrupt that, right? Those of you on this channel long enough know that this is defensive smoking, right? They throw 2 of theirs. Boom. Now we connect our own smoke and we've changed the playing field. I can kill the palace guy and now they have no clue what's going on. I can back up right here and kill the guy that's going to be Tetris. So throwing this defensive utility, setting yourself up with these flashes is your first key to succeeding. So many of us are like, well, I don't have teammates. I don't have players that will help me. I don't have someone. Dude, like, you are your best asset. You are the best thing that could ever happen to you. So utilize it. Stop worrying about, you know, the big lineups that are going to smoke this off or do this, and start getting good at throwing utility in the moment. Being a B player is the best example of this, where you're jump shotting. Oh, they're all running out B. I drop a smoke down here and then I farm, right? Get a kill, then bounce back around here. I hide. If you can be self-sufficient, you will succeed. It's not just about utility either. I'm going to explain what you can do to be an even better player. But first, I have to give you a message about how to get the best looking CS2 skins.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code, CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
All right, guys, so expanding on that, you also have to be able to read the radar. If you are not reading the radar, you are absolutely going to destroy your chances at becoming a high level player. When I'm playing this game, anytime I'm in rotation, right, say I'm the window player and I get smoked off, I might be rotating towards B. I'm glancing at the radar. Oh, dude, I just saw 3 dots out mid. Hey, B player, let's go push through upper B. Why? Because I saw 3 dots out mid. That means the majority of their team is going to be out there. And worst case, it's a 2v2 fight now that we know we're taking to them. We're bringing it to them. We can trade off of each other. But most time it's either going to be a 2v1 or a 2v0 because nobody's here. So that's an example of, you just got to glance at your radar and your radar can tell you everything. So many players just refuse to look at that, and then they're just guessing. They're like, well, I think they're going to go B. I think they're going to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. You've got to have intuition to succeed. You've got to be able to do that. But ultimately, guys, your radar is going to tell you everything. They're also like, well, I didn't know my teammate was here. I didn't know. Guys, you can see your teammates through the walls with the HUD thing, right? If you go into your settings here, you go to game and we see show team ID through walls. We can see their name tags, the utility they have. There is zero excuse not to know where your teammates are. I understand if somebody's trolling, someone's playing bad, but you should be able to manage where they are and your plan off of that. When I'm rotating in spawn here, if I see a teammate running in front up there and my other teammate was like, oh, dude, they're about to take spawn. Well, cool. I'm throwing a flash behind that guy. He didn't ask for it. He didn't say anything, but I just got him 2 kills because I set him up with some great utility. Nobody asked for it. I'm just using my intuition to play. That's how you have to look at this game. And if you're not doing that, you're absolutely hurting yourself when it comes to succeeding. Now, let's talk about another thing that you have to be able to do in order to make it into FPL. You have to be able to surround yourself with players that will make you better. We just talked about the solo side of things, but ultimately, guys, if you can bridge out and make friends, make connections, and, you know, just all around build your network in that way, that is going to help you so much. You know how much easier it is to not have to necessarily do all of that guesswork and just be able to duo or trio queue. So if you can get a really strong duo partner or trio partner with your schedule, you're only going to make yourself better, because, you know, I want you to be watching my videos. I want you to be watching pro games, all this stuff. Imagine if you have 2 people doing that and 3 people doing that. Well, now it's like, okay, guys, can we run the strat that we talked about? Can we do the, you know, fast con play where we're throwing you and I'm flashing you in? And then once you're in there, I'm flashing over con for you. And like, you know, just like whatever set layer play we're doing. Or it's like someone where we're consistently practicing like a cool window boost where we boost over on this side instead of boosting there, so that we can get this jungle angle, and then we walk over on top of each other, and then boom, we're up here. Like, you know what I mean? Every map's gonna be different, but you're actually implementing strats and layers into what you're doing. It's so unbelievably important if you want to, you know, make it in the high scene. If you're just playing standard and you're running around shooting and doing this stuff, you're absolutely not going to get better. Like, you're going to run into a skill ceiling and you're really going to hurt yourself. There's days where I get onto this game and I shoot like a Faceit level 6. I'm not kidding. I shoot like a Faceit level 6, but I'm still able to get some impact in the game. I'm not going to win every game, but I'm still able to have impact because I understand like positioning, timings, and these set plays with my homies and my teammates, right? So these are things that are all just going to raise your floor. Your floor is going to get higher. So ultimately, that is so important. And the last thing, guys, that you need to do is you have to have good communication. If you can't communicate, if you can't tell people what you're doing or what you expect from them, you are ultimately never going to make it. Because, dude, if you can't express a plan in the round, even if it's just for yourself or what's going on, you might as well forget about your dreams of FPL. You've got to talk, you've got to communicate, you've got to speak with each other. Hey, I'm throwing this. Yo, can you do this? Go here. You know, whatever. I'm picking this up. It's stuff that is so simple and people just don't understand because they want to be emo and run around in this game. Screw my teammates. Everyone sucks. I'm the best player ever to exist. And it's just so detrimental. Like, you know, one, forget FPL for a second. You're just going to make yourself absolutely miserable. And it's honestly sickening for me to see the amount of people at the 2000 plus elo range that have that mindset. It's genuinely sickening to me that so many people just want to be this emo, like kind of like depressed, like player that just spreads misery on the internet. It's just so sad to see. So ultimately, guys, don't be like that. Have that good energy, have that good vibes, because when you do that, you're going to help your other teammates. You're going to build them up, and it's going to be all around a great thing. So not only is that going to help you get to FPL through pugging and doing all this stuff, but it's also going to help you become the best player when you are in FPL. You're not going to be the guy always popping off. So what are you going to do when you're not performing? Build the energy up for your team, hype them up, get them excited, right? So unbelievably important skills that you can have. Also, that goes hand in hand with team playing. Absolutely great. So all around, these are things that have helped me in my Faceit grind, my Faceit journey. And I, you know, like I said, won FPL that 1 week because of all that stuff. I was not the top fragger. I wasn't like that. I was just the good vibes, doing my thing, doing my job, and that's all you got to do sometimes. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you would like personal coaching from me, I do offer my services down below in the description. If not, go ahead and join that Discord. I love interacting with my community. We do lots of great stuff in there, and I want you to be involved. So appreciate every single one of you. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep working hard. I'll catch you later. Peace out.